Are you looking to purchase a light bar? Possibly this is the first light bar that you ever bought. And there is a couple things to take into consideration. In this video, we're gonna be going over the 5 basic things to know before buying a light bar. I'm Corey, and this is Yoda Expedition. All right, so the first thing you want to do is figure out where you want to put your light bar. Now there's plenty of spots you can do it. The obvious places are the roof rack or on the roof, your front bumper. Inside your front bumper, you can get a more stealth look. You can get one that mounts behind the grill. And I've even ran a light bar before on my hood. Now, one thing you want to take into consideration is what you are trying to light. Now, if you have a light bar up on your roof or on your roof rack, that is more for farther distance. If you're trying to light something more closer to your vehicle in front of you, then something maybe on your bumper or on your hood, if you want to go that route, is going to be your better option. Now, obviously, up on the roof, you're going to be buying a larger light bar, which is going to cost more money. We have a 40-inch light bar up there by Baja Designs. But if you want to get something for your front bumper or behind your grill, you're going to be looking at a smaller light bar, which is going to be cheaper. We have a 30-inch light bar from Baja Designs here on our front bumper. So that's going to be the first thing you want to figure out, is where you want to put it and what size you want to get. All right, so now that you've figured out where you're putting your light bar and what size light bar you want for that location, the next thing you want to figure out is how you're mounting that light bar. Now, most, if not all, light bars, they come with generic L brackets, which you can pretty much mount anywhere. But if you can get a bracket that is made specifically for your vehicle, it's going to make the light bar fit better, hopefully prevent you from having to drill holes in your body panels, which you don't really want to be doing, because then you're going to be running into water leaking in or rust, those sorts of things. For example, our roof rack is from Sherpa, and we have brackets from Sherpa that mount directly to it and mount directly to our light bar, and it makes for a super easy and clean install. Most aftermarket bumpers are gonna have brackets built into it for light bars. So if that's the route you're going, you should be good to go. But now that we figured out how we're gonna be mounting our light bar, the next thing is figuring out how we want to wire it. So when it comes to wiring in a light bar, there's gonna be 2 main ways of doing it. Now, you can run your switch directly into your interior, you can drill a hole and you can put the switch inside there, or you can do a switch panel. And it all depends on how many lights you are trying to run. If you're gonna be running one light bar and you plan on running nothing else, then running the switch inside is fine. But if you plan on running multiple light bars, rock lights, light pods, all of that stuff together, I would suggest going with a switch panel. It's going to wire everything to one panel right here under the hood. It's going to make it super clean. You're not going to have a rat's nest of wiring under here. And then you're going to have one wire that runs into your cabin with a switch panel that holds up to 8 switches in one spot. And it's going to make it a super clean and easy install. And you know, you can always add things to it in the long run. So right here you can see this is our switch panel assembly. Right here we have a fuse box with all of our wiring running into this. This is a breaker that is running to our battery. And then from that, we have one wire that is running into the cabin. And we have a switch panel here with 8 different switches. We're currently using 4. And if we ever want to add in the future, we have 4 more spots. It's super easy to turn things on and off and label them. And it just makes it very convenient, very clean. Now also, for a cleaner install, we have a wire hider here. This is from KC Highlights. It runs alongside your windshield. And if you have a light bar up on your roof or your roof rack, you can have the wiring run right down the side here into your engine bay, instead of having to drill a hole up in your roof and run the wiring inside. This is super easy. It just sticks to your windshield. You tuck the wire in and you're done. So now you want to figure out what color light bar you want to get. And obviously the 2 main choices are going to be white and amber. Now, you can make this decision solely based off of color. Maybe you like one more than the other. Maybe you have other lights on your vehicle and you want everything to match. But there is a reason behind each one, and we're going to go over those. So what you really want to do is look at the area that you live in, the kind of weather that you're getting, all those sorts of things. And that should really help you decide on what color light bar you want to get. Now, a white light bar is a great, just all-around common light bar. It is going to be a brighter light bar than your amber one, but in certain situations, the amber one is going to be the better choice. So if you do live in an area where it's pretty dry and you don't get much snow, stuff like that, a white light bar is going to be a great option. But if you do live in an area where you get a lot of rain, you get snow, maybe it's really dry, or you live out in the desert and there's lots of particles in the air, then an amber light bar is going to be way better of an option. And reason being is a white light bar with its shorter wavelengths is going to bounce off of all of those things in its path and come back at you and pretty much defeat the purpose of your light bar, where an amber light bar will more shine through those particles and do more of what it's supposed to. All right, now on to our last topic, and probably most important, is how much is it going to cost? And this could vary so much. The light bar that we have up there on the roof rack, you can get that light bar for $1,500, or you can get that light bar for $150. All depends on what you're trying to do, what your budget is, and all of the things that we talked about previously in this video are going to change that price as well. Whether you are going to be doing a switch panel, or you're just planning on running the harness that comes with it and putting a single switch into your interior. Whether you're buying vehicle-specific brackets or you're just going to be using those generic L brackets that come with it, all of that stuff is going to change the price of how much it's going to cost. But there are so many different options out there. The lighting market is huge. We have a few options on our website. If you have a 4Runner or Tacoma, that is what we specialize in. So if you want to check us out, our link is down in the description. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. And thanks for watching.